You yourself must strive. The Buddhas only point the way. Noble friends and companions are the whole of the holy life. When watching after yourself, you watch after others. When watching after others, you watch after yourself. If you knew what I know about the power of giving, you would not let a single meal pass without sharing it in some way. If you want to understand the causes that existed in the past, look at the results as they are manifested in the present. And if you want to understand what results will be manifested in the future, look at the causes that exist in the present. Joy comes not through possession or ownership, but through a wise and loving heart. If a man's mind becomes pure, his surroundings will also become pure. Do not judge yourself harshly. Without mercy for ourselves we cannot love the world. Crying with the wise is better than laughing with the fool. One who is wise and disciplined, always kind and intelligent, humble and free from pride. One like this will be praised. Be the witness of your thoughts. More than those who hate you, more than all your enemies, an undisciplined mind does greater harm. How does one practice mindfulness? Sit in meditation. Be aware of only your breath. Everything is changeable, everything appears and disappears. There is no blissful peace until one passes beyond the agony of life and death. Heaven and hell are imaginary creation of ignorant minds. Know from the rivers in clefts and in crevices, those in small channels flow noisily, the great flow silent. Whatever's not full makes noise. Whatever is full is quiet. This Aryan Eightfold Path, that is to say, right view, right aim, right speech, right action, right living, right effort, right mindfulness, right contemplation. I gained nothing at all from supreme enlightenment, and for that very reason it is called supreme enlightenment. Our own worst enemy cannot harm us as much as our unwise thoughts. No one can help us as much as our own compassionate thoughts. Know well what holds you back, and what moves you forward. This is deathless, the liberation of the mind through lack of clinging. Overcome your uncertainties and free yourself from dwelling on sorrow. When you delight in existence, you will awaken, and become a guide to those in need, revealing the path to many. The secret of health for mind and body is not to mourn for the past, not to worry about the future, nor to anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. For those who are always courteous and respectful of elders, 4 things increase: life, beauty, happiness, and strength. Most problems, if you give them enough time and space, will eventually wear themselves out. If a man lives a pure life, nothing can destroy him. Love yourself and watch, today, tomorrow, always. To straighten the crooked you must first do a harder thing, straighten yourself. Seeker, empty the boat, lighten the load, be free of craving and judgment and hatred, and feel the joy of the way. The wind cannot shake a mountain. Neither praise nor blame moves the wise man. Everything is based on mind, is led by mind, is fashioned by mind. If you speak and act with a pure mind, happiness will follow you, as a shadow clings to a form. Always be mindful of the kindness and not the faults of others. Master your words. Master your thoughts. Never allow your body to do harm. Follow these 3 roads with purity and you will find yourself upon the one way, the way of wisdom. A dog is not considered a good dog because he is a good barker. A man is not considered a good man because he is a good talker. To be idle is a short road to death, and to be diligent is a way of life. Foolish people are idle, wise people are diligent. This is the entire spiritual life, Ananda, that is, good friendship, good companionship, good comradeship. When a monk has a good friend, a good companion, a good comrade, it is to be expected that he will develop and cultivate the noble eightfold path. Don't pray for lighter burdens, but for stronger backs. Life is easy for the man who is without shame, impudent as a crow, a vicious gossip, vain, meddlesome, dissolute. But life is hard for the man who quietly undertakes the way of perfection, with purity, detachment and vigor. He sees light. Whoever doesn't flare up at someone who's angry wins a battle hard to win. She who knows life flows, feels no wear or tear, needs no mending or repair. Our sorrows and wounds are healed only when we touch them with compassion. Dwell not on the faults and shortcomings of others, instead, seek clarity about your own. The less you have, the less you have to worry about. The greatest impurity is ignorance. Free yourself from it. Be pure. Many do not realize that we here must die. For those who realize this, quarrels end. Happiness never decreased by being shared. And so, with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings. The wise have mastered body, word, and mind. They are the true masters. Conquer the angry man by love. When one is overcome by this wretched, clinging desire in the world, one's sorrows increase like grass growing up after a lot of rain. Only those who go where few have gone can see what few have seen. It is wrong to think that misfortunes come from the east or from the west, they originate within one's own mind. When an evildoer, seeing you practice goodness, comes and maliciously insults you, you should patiently endure it and not feel angry with him, for the evildoer is insulting himself by trying to insult you. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle. Happiness never decreases by being shared. A mind unruffled by the vagaries of fortune, from sorrow freed, from defilements cleansed, from fear liberated, this is the greatest blessing. When things are going well, be mindful of adversity when prosperous, be mindful of poverty when loved, be mindful of thoughtfulness when respected, be mindful of humility. How deeply did you learn to let go? Imagine that every person in the world is enlightened but you. They are all your teachers, each doing just the right things to help you learn perfect patience, perfect wisdom, perfect compassion. Resolutely train yourself to attain peace. If you are poor, live wisely. If you have riches, live wisely. It is not your station in life but your heart that brings blessings. To meditate is to listen with a receptive heart. Better is to speak unpleasant truth than to tell lies.